I'm just waiting on some more folk coming in. I'm waiting on Jamesy and Quiet Man and Fuggy Faye to join us. You can just let go if you're here. Well, that's Fuggy Faye and Jamesy here. I'm just waiting more coming in. So if you're on with us just now, please let us know you're here. So we're going live just tonight on YouTube and we're going live on our Facebook page. Got John O'Donnell here, Bells Hillman. How are you doing, John? Brian, and how you doing, Brian? Brian watching on Facebook. So our questions tonight that we're going to ask is, as urban explorers, can we do more to protect the sites that we visit? And what is your view on sharing information to people on Facebook and YouTube? We tend not to give out locations unless we know them. So we have Fuggy Faye and a Quiet Man James answering any questions on Facebook and on YouTube. They're not here with me, as you can see, because there's room in here. So if anyone else has any questions for for myself, Barry, James or Faye, please just ask us on YouTube or Facebook. The team are there to answer any questions. The reason why we're doing this tonight is myself and a Quiet Man went to a location today, a well-known location with urban explorers. We tried to keep it quiet, but as we entered the building today, we noticed that there was vandalism, spray paint. It's not bad. You can see it on the video. It's the church, the Holders Church, but it started, and we want to know other people that do urban exploration. How can we stop it? We've got Gamer Boy. How you doing? We need to try. We feel that we need to protect them. We put them onto YouTube and we put them onto Facebook for other people to see. But we're concerned when we go on a location and we start to see vandalism. We also found out that there's a lot of the stuff has went missing, which is a no-no. We feel if you go on site onto these buildings, we don't touch anything. The only thing that we should be taking is photographs and videos. But if anyone's got any answers for us, what you think that we should be doing, let us know, because we feel we go through them, but we need to protect them, because we sort of put them out there and we advertise that the buildings are there. We try and protect the names of them, but we feel that we should protect them once the videos have been made, and we have put them onto YouTube and Facebook. Dan Muircroft, how you doing? So if anybody's got any questions for the team, they're now on. Fuggy Faye is here, James J. Fraser is here, the Quiet Man. So if you have any questions, please just ask away. I can answer your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. Faye can answer you on Facebook with YouTube. James, you can't because he's poor and only has his phone with him. So he can only answer you on, I think, YouTube. We do know that when we go to these places, the one that annoyed us most with Abandoned Yesterdays was the train. When we first went to the train, it was fine. It had some damage. We went back again. In fact, the first time we went, we couldn't even go onto the train because it was boarded. The second time we went back, the train had been vandalised. All the windows had been vandalised, all broken. Chairs had been ripped out. I had mentioned it a few times on the video, and people moaned at me for saying, "Oh, it's just kids being kids." But I think we should protect them more. Craig Allen, how are you? Faye, I'm not saying hello to you because I was talking to you 2 minutes ago. But we feel that if we go into these places, we should protect them. Gamer Boy TV, the one that you're talking about, the abandoned building, I think we've already been there. I think me and James were there. Faye wasn't with us. Is that the one that was set on fire a long time ago? As I said, the one we went to the train, and then we heard a couple of weeks later that it had been set on fire and it was gutted. The other building that I can name is because it's well known, because it's Hartwood and it's under construction now. It's been demolished. I think 4 times it went on fire. I think Faye can help me on that. I think it is 4 times it's been set, 3 or 4 times it's been set on fire. Well, Gamer Boy TV, we were there 4 or 5 months ago. We couldn't, we went right through it, but there wasn't a lot to see. But I'm quite sure if the team wanted, they would try their ghost hunts in it. Hi, Urbexy. I tried to message you today. I got your message on Facebook. Urbexy, hoping to do a collaboration with each other. We only found out that Urbexy is from Scotland. For some reason, me and Faye thought that he came from America. But also the other places we go to, Hartwood's been set on fire and the train's been set on fire. I think us as Urbex explorers should try and keep it quiet. We don't like to give out locations of sites unless we know people at Urbex and Pajerico. We're quite happy to give out locations to other people. We always check out their Facebooks and their YouTubes to see what they're like. YouTubes and Facebook are great for getting people's character when you find out they're vandals. Hi, Liz, another neighbour. How are you? So, as I said, Figgy Faye and the Quiet Man is here. Any questions you have, please feel free to ask them, or anything you want to know about the Abandoned Yesterdays. We used to be called Soul Patrol, maybe about 2 years ago, but we never put anything on Facebook. Sorry, we did put it on Facebook, but it was a private page. When we started going on to YouTube, we decided to change the name to Abandoned Yesterdays. You're always babysitting, Liz. It's your job. You're a mum. You're very quiet. You must be in another street. Have you been holiday? I've not heard you shouting at them. Not as well. As I say, you go to these places and they're destroyed. I know the kids are going to get in, the young team are going to get in and cause trouble and damage, but we can see when we go to locations, the Messy Church, the Hoarders Church, I think we've been 4 times, and we can see a difference every time we go in. The vandalism is recent because you can smell it, the wet paint. John, we always try and do that. the rules are take nothing apart from our photographs, and leave the place as we find them. Uh, I know not every urbex person or urban explorer is going out to cause trouble. We just do it for a hobby, a pastime. I actually started off with me taking photographs and doing it for physiotherapy for my legs. Fuggy Faye had been interested in it for a while, and then we started. We both started it for physiotherapy. As Faye suffers with bad lungs. Faye, I've got the comics coming up on my screen, and I've got them from Facebook and from YouTube. Gamer Boy TV, we did go there, but we left it too late. And when we got to it, there was a security man on it, and we risked life and limb to try and get into it. But I don't know what the situation is now. I know it's been done up, but it's one place that Abandoned Yesterdays hasn't been to. Well, the grandkids as well, Liz. You'll be a busy mum, a busy granny. Also, for if we have any of our American friends on who struggle to understand uh, what I'm saying, I apologise. I will try and slow it down for you. Elaine Hunter, how are you? Elaine is a Fuggy Face sister. So, any Americans that don't understand me, I'm sorry. Azar, how are you? I'll probably see you tomorrow. I think I'm working down there. Azar works with me and he's been following Abandoned Yesterdays from when we started. We went to the Royal Alexandria and again it was under construction. They were closing it down. Yeah, I think James and Fugi got in. I think if I remember right, I didn't go in. Elaine, why are you sitting in the house doing that when Faye's got two laptops running in her own house? That means walking down three doors. Hi, Cindy Vlogs, how are you? So we've also got Arbex in here who is well known in the exploration. So if anybody's got a question for him and if he's online at the time, please feel free to ask him. I think he's been doing this longer than we have. As I said, myself and Fugi Faye thought that he was American. Turns out he's a Scotsman. I know I can't see you, Elaine, but I can still see what you're saying. You don't need to come on camera to do this. So, Urbexy Balrossi, we loved Balrossi. I can say Balrossi because it's coming down. It's being turned into houses. I can't remember it. There was a list on the gate telling you what it was, uh, what they're building in it. I think it's apartments they're building in it. But that was one of our very first explorer was I think Hartwood Hospital, and then one of the other ones was Balrossi. It's all thanks to Faye that we get these because she's the Google woman. She finds all these places. Exploring with CF. It's funny being on the other side. It's usually me listening. How are we? I keep losing the chat on the YouTube side of it. Oh, it's back. Gothic G-Man. How are we? I've not spoke to you for a while. In fact, I think you messaged me today when we were in the messy church. The other question we're going to ask you is we're sort of working with Urbexy just now to try and get a collaboration done with us, Abandoned Yesterdays and Urbexy. If anyone else was wanting to come with us and do a collaboration, please let us know. But we'll work on it. But there's still things coming up that we need to do. We haven't been on much because we've been very, very busy. Faye's been working and James is working and I'm working as well. But if anybody would like to try and do a collaboration with us, please let us know. Elaine Hunter, I'm in London. I'm 2 doors away from you. Stick your head out the window and I'll wave at you. Bexy, I totally agree. We don't like names and locations. The problem is we get if we give out locations, we then worry that it's our fault if something happens. If we don't give out locations, well, we get pelters. They turn 1 minute they're looking for assistance, and then the next minute you're all the virgins, and some vile comments have been made because we won't give out location. Hello, Alan Hughes, how are you? So yeah, it's a rock and a hard place. You give out locations and you worry about damage. You don't give out locations, you get hassle and grief, which just makes us stick with heels in even more. Oh, Elaine, I get you now, a man London. A bit slow, it's because it's behind me. I want to ask other people that do the abandoned buildings, have you ever had anybody contact you and tell you to take down the video? You've had it once. Quite a vile wee woman, but we got it. We at the start I did take it down, and then I thought, well, why should it? And we put it back up, and I'm glad we did because it's sitting now like 103,000 views on it. Has anyone else noticed that the man has said nothing on Facebook or YouTube? James, you're rubbish at this. Face fingers are sore typing things. Can you help her, please? Oh, 108,000 views, Face. So I did beg your pardon. Hi, Kay. How are you? Exploring the CF. It would be great if you could do a collaboration with us, but I think you're about far away over in America. We had it once, as I say, people asked us to take it down. It turns out that she wasn't, she had nothing to do with it. She just stayed in that area. I had taken the video down. Then I had checked on YouTube and Facebook, and there was loads of people that had it on. This is why the quiet man isn't talking because he's watching Emmerdale. Exploring with CF to let you understand, Emmerdale is a programme on the telly here in Scotland, and it's a pile of crap, but apparently James likes it. Gothic, having people, we've never had people asking for help for purchasing the building. We've had some interest in other videos. The one with the train, the one that went in fire, we had Discovery Channel from Canada from a program called Mighty Trains, and they wanted to use some of our footage. They said they will get back to us soon. So that was, we were quite excited about that because it was a Canadian Discovery Channel. But then again, we sat back and we thought about it. Do we want to be the people that give it to Discovery Channel and it attracts more attention to the train itself? But I think, if I'm right, you'll be able to help me better. I don't even know if the train is still there. But I would hate to see the messy church being more damaged, vandalised. I sometimes feel guilty when you go to a place and you see that the place is damaged. I also laugh as well. We put these videos on of places and they come on and they ask straight away. The first question they ask you is, "Where is this place?" And you tell them, "You're not. We don't disclose it," and we get the backlash from them. Eh, the worst that we had, again, I can say that because it's public access to it and it's Carmichael House. We went with Elaine Hunter at his Fuggy Phase. Sister, that was the night that Elaine fell in their arse. Elaine was telling us that she wouldn't be scared of ghosts or uh, supposedly haunted buildings. Elaine decided to go a walk herself, and a pigeon flew past her, and she landed on her arse. But the video was called, I think, "Did she fall or was she pushed?" Uh, but we had one comment on it, and it was disgusting. It was a horrible comment, so he was obviously removed from our pages. The good thing I have with locations is we go on these locations, but as I say, Figgy Faye does all the hard work, and then we go. I make the video, take some photographs, and by the time I've drove away from the place, I forgot the name. So it's Fuggy Faye's department is IT, because I can never remember what the places are called. People say to me, "Have you been here?" No idea. Check my YouTube and have a look. David Russell, how are we? In fact, I think the one way Did She Fall or Was She Pushed? I think we'll watch that later on because it cheers me up. The fact was that Elaine had fell and we were all maybe 2 floors up and we heard the clatter and the scream and nobody ran to help her because we were too busy taking photographs of her. Are you still on holiday, David? Oh, David, you're getting your Sunday name. That was another exploring with CF. We have an abandoned military hospital here in Scotland, and it's a massive place. And recently, we found out that it had also been set on fire. I'm working on Friday, David. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll maybe do a Monday club. We've got one. I've got a message coming through here from a new urban explorer, Mark. He's asking what can we do to protect these buildings. It is it's a hard question. I just think we need to be more secure with the even things when you're using your mobile phones and you've got the location on it, it gives them sort of a pinpoint. Uh, I'm not saying we need to, when we leave, lock all the doors and windows and put the lights out. I'm just saying that can we not do something to try and protect them more than the just putting them online? Because what happens is you'll know yourself. We'll put them online and we'll say, please don't disclose this location. And 2 minutes later, some wee wido comes on and says, "Oh, I know where this is," and gives out the exact location of it. I think we have a duty as urban explorers. I know this is a hobby and a pastime, but I think we need to sort of stick together and make sure that we protect them and make sure they're safe. It's all thing exploring with CF. When we go, we always check to make sure that there's no locations on our phones or on Facebook. We have put in false names uh, and told people it was in other locations. But what happens then is these people go to these other locations and find out that we were telling them fibs and they don't like it. But as Mark was asking, how can we protect it? But I think if we all have, I'm not saying get a rule book, but if we all have certain things that we stick to, try and protect the places and locations of it, and just make sure we know the people who we're talking to when we're giving out locations. And a couple of our videos, Bexy, I have always, you'll hear me saying, if you want to know location, it's in Scotland. Uh, it doesn't help them much, but it lets them know that they don't have to go to England to find the location. I always feel that if they're doing urbex or urban exploration, part of it is the hard work. It's finding the location. It's going through hours and hours of websites and poor Faye and James hours and hours of driving, and then you get to the location and you can't get in. I think what's happening now is the locals round about these buildings are protecting them more. I'll be accept we're the same. If it's common knowledge, we don't tell. We just tell them because it's like a Bangor nursing home, hospital. Sorry, it has security on it, and there's people walking their dogs. It's a public thoroughfare, and it's well known. Hartwood Hospital is also a public thoroughfare, so we don't mind. Hartwood's well known. Everybody and their cousin knows Hartwood. You also get the sites. I'm quite sure we've done it as well at one point when the group was younger, uh, putting on a video and giving out locations, which well, where is this? And we'll say, oh, it's 2 minutes up the road or it's here. But as you do this more, you sort of learn to basically keep your mouth shut so that you don't give out the location. Just try and protect it a wee bit more. As Fuggy Face said, Hartwood Hospital was a great place. It was a great place for first explorers. The other one that we do now for training, if we get younger people in or we get people wanting to come with us, is we take them to Carmichael House. We take them there because when it gets dark at Carmichael, it's pitch black. Uh, and we sort of use that as a trying to work equipment in pitch black and just to see how they cope if they're in an old abandoned house themselves and see if they're going to stay there because what we don't want is people going in and running. Robert McRoberts, how are we? Can somebody contact the Quiet Man and see if Emmerdale's finished? It'll be Coronation Street soon next. David, who did you have relations with in the building? Or do we need to know this? Faye, did you know that David Russell had relations with one of the buildings? I don't know what David's talking about, but I'm quite sure he'll explain it till here we go. Sorry, he didn't have relations in it. He had night vision. Some of us had relations in it. Meant to say, I have night vision scope now. I really can't laugh, David, because of the comment I made. I was taking my time lapse camera with me, and I actually had told David I was taking my prolapse with me. Doesn't let me forget about it, but that one's been screenshotted, David, and I'll remember it. Hartwood Hospital was a brilliant place to go because of the towers, but it's now, I think, one building's down, and I think one's closed. I think they've took a lot of it away. Mr. Cake Gaming. Sure, Hyde. I'll subscribe once I'm finished here. What age did you stop wearing diapers at? Face never stopped wearing hers, and here's Jamesy. I'm too young for nappies yet. Faye, I think Andy Kishore is talking about you there. What time, when did you stop wearing diapers? Well, nappies as we say here in Scotland. Carol Travis, PT, how are they? David, can I ask a question? Are you drunk? Oh, there's Jamesy doing his job. Jamesy's actually taking comments. Must be waiting on Coronation Street starting. Or Bexy, I'm on to training pants. Well done. You'll need to give Faye some advice. One of the places we were going to go to today was Bangor Hospital. We go back mostly for nosiness because when we were there before, it was only in talks. It had a sign at the front saying that it was going to be demolished, but I don't know what it's like now. Maybe have a wee trip up and see what it's like. Carol Travers, PT, how do you feel about exploring caves, tunnels, and mines? We have done two tunnels. No, we haven't done any mines because that just shut them all down. But we've done two tunnels, and I can't remember where they are. Faye, I'll tell you. Uh, they were good. It was the problem we had when the first one, we didn't have enough lighting with us. But the second one was good fun. But I can't think any caves. Oh, wait a minute, I'm telling you a lie. I did do caves, done caves in Port Palenza, the prehistoric caves. Eh, they weren't anything grand, they weren't deep caves, but it was still caves. It was two. Caleb, Travis, we're the exact same. I think everybody's in the same wavelength that you try and keep them secret. But I found as well, people know that we do this, and then see if we go on a night out or we go somewhere. It's usually the first thing that gets brought up. Where have you been, or what have you been doing? And it's really hard to try and keep without thinking, giving out locations. We done two sets of tunnels facing. They were good. The first one was good because it was a longer one. It was, can't remember the distance of it. As you could have, I told you, I just do the videos. Phase the the locations, the Google lady. But they were good fun. A bit jumpy, a bit nervous at the start, but we got through it. The other tunnels that we done as well, I panicked, was Hartwood Hospital. We finally got underground. One of my problems is I'm a bit chunky and I'm also very claustrophobic. Uh, but we got there, we got through the tunnels. We went down there with a paranormal group, Fair James, if you can remember the name of that group. I think they're based in Motherwell. Can you let us know? Uh, the tunnels were good in the Hartwood Hospital. It was just a case of putting my big girl pants on and getting on with it. I went in so far, but I had to come back eventually. But I forgot about the Hartwood tunnels. They were very good. That was uh, very nervous. Carol, Travis, we're the exact same. We now just try and keep it quiet. Now, my sort of story is, if anybody asks me outside, I'll just tell them to have a look through YouTube. See, I find that as well, exploring with CF, if you're making a video and people say you don't put any information on this or what about the place, because as soon as you start putting information about the location, people find it within seconds or minutes using Google. Eh, they will find it eventually, but I just don't like being the guy that gives out the location. And I know it is hard work getting the locations because Faye works on it constantly. Elaine, that's what we're saying. We don't mind giving it out to people that we know, people that follow us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. We know what they do. They're putting videos up weekly or fortnightly or monthly. So we know what they do. So we don't mind sharing it. But mostly after an explore, you come back and your phone, Facebook private messages pinging off because people are trying to find out where it is. Usually just tell them the same, do your homework and go and look for it. I was originally talking about the train tunnels, Faye, and then I remembered that we'd done the Hartwood tunnels. I don't do well in close spaces. I don't cope well. In fact, I think I made a comment on the video, and I think I was called a shite bag about half a dozen times. Well, Bexy, me and the quiet man were talking about that this morning. I have no idea where it is, and Faye is desperate to get to it. Eh, it would be good. I don't know if it's still there or if it still exists, if it's closed up, but it's one of the on the wish list to do it. they're they're not on the game just now, are they? The YouTube, they're not they're not very accurate. I think the issue that I had with that tunnel that you're talking about, Urbexy, was the amount of equipment that we carry, cameras and so forth. I've seen that there's a lot of people hang about, drinking or hiding down there. So my concern is me and Faye going down, or Jay, the three of us going there and meeting somebody and coming back with no equipment. It's one of our problems. It was one of our worries, about somebody taking it off us while we were down there. I climb over 6 feet fences. Faye, it takes us 2 hours to walk up the stairs, never mind climb over a 6 foot fence. Saying that about the tunnels and coming back without cameras or having something stolen, I don't think it matters where you go. Eh, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But I think in those tunnels at the trains, what we're talking about, it's more likely to happen there because of who's hanging about. Face talking about 6 foot fences. I suffer from bad legs and Face suffers from bad lungs. James is needing a ghost group to get through it and read a Ouija board. We suffer with bad legs, so our problem is we get to a location and we see it and we think, how are we going to get over this fence or how are we going to do such a thing? But because we suffer with bad legs, we usually find a better way in. The funniest one that we went to was East End House. I can say the name because it's well known. Eh, and the group was there. This is when we were Soul Patrol, and the group spent ages walking round and round and trying to find a way in. And then the quiet man asked, "Has anybody tried the front door?" And lo and behold, Jamesy pushed the front door and it opened up widely. We looked back at the group and they were climbing ladders and trying to see in windows. It was funny, but it's always another good tip. If you go to a location, try the front door. Explore with CF. Yep, we usually get in, but it takes a while. I have lost the comments on Facebook. I don't know if you're getting them. At least you can feel the pulse in your knees. I can. I can't feel my knees. That's what I was talking about last night when I left the feed. My legs were killing me. I wasn't standing watching your video. I was sitting down. It's just I had to go and lie down. So I don't know if you'd be up for it or Bexy, but I would like to see those tunnels, the train tunnels. I think the more people there, the safer it would be. I don't know if Faye or James, if you are getting the comments through Facebook. I'm not getting anything now. I'm only getting on YouTube. I think it's coming. Exploring with CF. I think it's coming. We're going to be doing well. Hopefully, Urbexy and Abandon Yesterday's will have a collaboration very shortly. The problem is time. It's trying to get time. Everybody working and getting together at the same time. My problem I have is working and I have church services to organise. I've got a big remembrance service coming, eh, and shifts. It was always the same. Me and Faye were always in the same shifts and the same days off, but it's all changed now. Eh, but trying to get it together is a problem, but it'll happen eventually. Faye will need to put lipstick on. Now there, that vision. I don't think I've ever seen you with makeup on, Faye. James, are you thinking the same as I'm thinking? Pig with lipstick. See, if Faye was telling me that, apparently I had just shut mine down when the YouTube went down. Ross Eagle, East Bride. No, never done one in East Bride. Definitely no. The only one that I can, no, I can't remember it, was that used to be the East Bride Castle, but that was closed down a million years ago. I don't know. There's some of it still there, but the rest of it was closed down as far as I'm aware. Explore with Chef, does that happen quite a lot? I've never heard of it. YouTube going offline. Be nice to Chucky. That'll stick, and then you'll get the blame of it. She's been called worse, believe it or not. This is us being polite because we're online. Well, I missed it. I had just said churro to you, but I only found out about it about Alex when Faye told me. Faye, are you getting any of the comments on Facebook? The Russians blame Trump. Everybody laughs at me here because I have to. I call it my daily Trump. I've got to see what Donald Trump is doing. The man cracks me up. I think it's David Russell that's left on Facebook. His tweets are brilliant, and he cracks me up. I don't know how the Americans feel about him, but I know I have to see what he's doing. I've got to check on him. He was in Scotland, July, I think it was. All the rich and famous come and use Scotland as a golf course. So I think what we'll do is we'll round it up shortly because that's just coming up for an hour. But it made me angry today when I went to the Messy Church and noticed that it had been vandalised. The vandalism was very little, but it's still there. and it annoyed me. And I hope that it stops and stops very soon. Yeah, because it's a great place, and I feel that we need to protect it. I'm not saying we need to hire security men and goons. We just need to try and watch what we're saying when we're on YouTube and to Facebook, and try and protect them more. We went to Hartwood one night with one of the older teammates when we were Soul Patrol, and there was a crowd of guys there. They wrecked the place. They just weren't expecting this female to be uh, more savvy. They weren't along and they leaving. She chased them, she hunted them. I'm back to front on YouTube. God worse, been told worse. At least I'm not twisted like Faye calls me. Yeah, it was July. I remember it because we were on the coach back, we were on the boat, and Air Force One was landed at Prestwick Airport. No, not an iPhone. Don't do iPhones. I have some class. No, don't do them. Heap of crap. I even converted Face Son from iPhone to Samsung, especially iPhone. So I'm now going to shut down the Facebook one because it's now done. I'm just going to run. We'll run for a wee bit longer than here, and it keeps me from trying to watch two screens. So, Urbexy, are we going to sort a date out for Abandon Yesterdays and yourself to go for an exploration somewhere? Explore with CF. It was just something I wanted to try different. Months ago, I said we'd do a question and answer, but life got us in the road, and we ended up having to do adult stuff like working and paying bills. David Russell has just joined us on YouTube, and we're all just about to go to our beds. It's typical you, David. You're always late. Explode with CF. Remember this the one we were on, and we were talking about the headlights. Well, David Russell was the man with the headlights. He was the man that scared the crap out of us. I wanted to do uh, this with Figgy Fate and James here, but as you all know, they work better when they're separated. So they're grounded. They're not allowed to do this. The three of us together. So that was our first one. I think we'll try and do it again, and we'll see how it goes. But I think it's good to do this now and again because it keeps us all in touch and it gets us all talking. Exploring with CF, it would run for 24 hours. They two carrying on and me checking them. And I've only got one chair, so they can't. They need to bring their own chair. Yeah, that's James is in that phone box, Davy. You and Jamesy are not allowed out for a month. Oh, you're Jamie. So there we have it. Our first stream on YouTube and Facebook. I think we'll just do it on YouTube next time because I keep having to go between two screens. James is rubbish at it, and Faye was wonderful. I'm just saying that because I'll probably meet her in 2 minutes, and if I say she was crap, she'll hate me. So thank you to everybody that came on tonight to have a blather with us. Uh, we'll decide when we're going to do it again, and we'll let you know. Uh, oh, hold on, there a quiet man coming. Yeah, thank
Bloody finished.
Was that a telephone? See, next time we'll do it after all the television's finished.
All right, man.
Right, okay. So, uh, that's us. Thank you again for coming on and supporting Abanon yesterday's. And we'll give you plenty of notice for the next one because this was just random. In fact, I'm lying. The next one will probably just be random again because we make up a decision to do something and then it stops. And we have to do something else. But thank you again for watching Abandon yesterday's, and I'll talk to you all soon. Be safe and be well.